Ryan Garcia is this real flash kid, good looking, fast hands, explosive power. And he lost to Tank Davis with that body shot and he got called a quitter. And such a big star and a big name, he's getting these kind of opportunities for world titles. Does he deserve it? Has he put himself in a position where he deserves to actually step in and fight for a world title? There's a couple of people probably in front of him. I wouldn't be surprised if Barrios goes in there and systematically backs up Ryan Garcia, breaks him down and gets to him and either stops him or wins on point.
To be the boss, to be the Ryan Garcia who can use the jab, set up the counter hook, you know, put punches together with real quick speed. I don't know what you're going to get with Garcia. That's the question. That's the question, but I don't know any other way to...
Give us a prediction. What's going to happen?
A prediction? Man. 8, 9, 10.
8, all right.
8, 9, 10.
I think that sounds... I'm going around 8.
I like that. 8, 9, 10.
Mike just straight up's like, I'm picking you.
When boxing's biggest voices make their final call, the fate of Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios stops being hype and starts becoming reality. Many boxing experts have shared their take, including Shakur Stevenson. Stevenson predicts Ryan Garcia wins by decision, but admits the outcome depends on which version shows up. He even floated a future showdown at 144 pounds, saying Garcia's explosiveness makes him a must-watch attraction every time he steps into the ring.
Who wins, Shakur?
Ryan.
Ryan wins by knockout?
Nah.
Okay, on point.
Decision. I love the fight. I think that's perfect. I think it'll be a lot of excitement to that fight. It's a big money fight. Ryan Garcia is somebody that comes in there. You never know which version of him is going to show up. So if the good version of him show up, he gets spanked. If the bad version of him show up, he gets spanked. Either way, he don't stand a chance.
As questions continue to swirl around Ryan Garcia's focus and preparation, Oscar De La Hoya has stepped in with a firm defense. Reflecting on Garcia's shaky showing against Rolando Romero, De La Hoya claims Romero was hesitant and had to be pushed into the matchup. Still, he believes that experience served as a wake-up call and insists Garcia will enter this bout sharper, more disciplined, and fully locked in to avoid repeating past mistakes.
I think Ryan Garcia wasn't motivated. I think a lot of things went wrong in his camp. Just wasn't focused right from the start. When the fight was maybe being negotiated to the final bell, he just wasn't there psychologically. I don't think he wanted that fight. I don't think he was motivated to fight Rollies, and obviously he paid the price, and I'm sure he learned a big lesson, and that's always, you know, always take your fight serious, take the sport serious, take your career serious, and go out there and be in shape as much as you can, because you never know who's gonna step inside that ring. Whether it's Rollies, whether it's Barrios, Pacquiao, whoever, you never know what intentions they have, what mentality they come in with.
Addressing Ryan Garcia's preparation and mindset, Oscar De La Hoya insists Garcia is more motivated than ever heading into this bout. With this marking one of his first major tests at welterweight against Mario Barrios, De La Hoya compares Barrios' relentless style to that of Manny Pacquiao, predicting a fiercely competitive clash. He believes that even if Garcia scores a knockdown, Barrios will respond, and with Garcia's sharpened focus and natural ability, the fight could evolve into a modern classic.
I see a motivated Ryan, which ultimately is going to make him very dangerous inside the ring. But I see a Barrios who is confident, a Barrios who's coming off a draw with the legendary Manny Pacquiao, which counts for a lot because, trust me, when Ryan hits him and he goes down, he's going to get right back up. So it might be a long night for both guys. It's going to be a fun fight. Yeah, it's going to be one of those classic fights, I believe, that you wouldn't want to miss.
As fight night approaches, Ryan Garcia has been sidetracked by offering distractions, despite repeated warnings from boxing experts. Analysts caution that these issues put him at serious risk in this matchup, and even having his father in the corner might backfire. On Sean Porter's podcast, guests were blunt, suggesting that with his dad coaching, Mario Barrios' victory already looks likely.
This one 50-50 and go.
Oh, man. Can Ryan set up the left hook? He just throws it. He'll spam that shit. Play video games? Y'all play video games?
Yeah.
He'll spam the hell out of it. But can he set it up? Like, skills like that. That's what I'm saying. Like Richardson's he's not the same as Ryan Garcia. He'll set up shit. Can Ryan go to the well? Who's in his corner? Who's his trainer?
His dad.
His dad taking over? Oh, that's bad news. Damn, you gotta chill.
Being honest.
Yeah. So, damn, I got Mario Barrios. I didn't know. His dad trainer.
Oh, do you?
But yeah, I got Mario Barrios
with the hot picks the last 12 months.
Yeah.
I got Mario.
Richardson Hitchens weighed in on Ryan Garcia's style, noting that he depends too much on his left hand and lacks some of the versatility that Mario Barrios brings to the ring. Hitchens referenced Garcia's fight against Rolando Romero, where unexpected power and patience caught him off guard. While Tim Bradley highlighted Garcia's tendency to retreat instead of pressing the action, Hitchens stressed other flaws that could make it difficult for Garcia to handle Barrios effectively.
As soon as you make a move, he's twitchy with the left.
That's coming.
He ain't gonna pull counter. He ain't gonna slip and counter. He ain't gonna go under. He ain't gonna slip and go to the body. He's looking for that hook. And I was watching him and Rolly in Times Square because it was like 300 people that could be in there. So I was like literally in the corner, like sitting there watching. And I'm like, this guy don't have if you're sitting there waiting, just playing a waiting game with Ryan, he's not gonna punch because he needs you to be fair first.
Hook.
Yeah, he needs you to come to him to throw that hook. He's looking for the hook.
When you got Rolly Romero, no disrespect to Rolly Romero, freezing Ryan, that's bad.
He froze him with his power. He froze him with his power and his patience.
But Rolly is twitchy, unlike Barrios.
Yeah, he is.
So it's.
Meanwhile, Sean Porter broke down the fight, noting that Ryan Garcia will have to work hard to keep pace with Mario Barrios, who is expected to apply constant pressure. If Garcia can't respond effectively, he risks getting caught clean in the ring. Porter sees the matchup as roughly even, but cautioned that Barrios must respect Garcia's twitchy movements and powerful left hook, which could quickly swing momentum if ignored.
Yeah,
based on how Ryan answers.
He threw left hook.
Based on how Ryan answers, something big could happen. 50-50 fight.
So it's another way of saying what you were talking about with Jesse and Mario's. They're technically sound.
They're so technically sound.
Yeah. It's nothing. They're solid across the board. Solid power, solid speed, solid positioning, solid timing. Can counter a little bit. Yep. Yeah, Barrios will have to counter in this fight, and isn't that one of Joe Goossen's specialties is catch and shoot?
Yeah.
But
Joe is all about the catch and shoot.
Yeah, but the way, and he'll have to do that effectively in this fight, like Rolly did. But Rolly did it like out of a shoulder roll type stand, lead hand down, bop, and that's not Barrios. He's here. Yeah. And Ant was talking about how's he gonna get the hook off, and you talked about how he usually just spams the one shot at a time, the one hook. The way he got it off against Devin.
Speaking of the fight, Teddy Atlas believes Ryan Garcia's chances rise if he enters mentally strong, allowing his athleticism to be a key advantage. He expects Mario Barrios to start aggressively, aiming to unsettle Garcia and shake his confidence. Still, if Garcia remains composed and weathers the early pressure, he can rely on his skills to push for a win, though Atlas emphasizes that achieving victory will be far from easy.
That Barrios sometimes will start a little slow. That might be good because it might give Garcia a chance to get his sea legs, get his legs under him, and gain a little confidence. Get himself together those first couple rounds, get a rhythm going, get it, get to the place that he needs to be the boss, to be the Ryan Garcia who can use the jab, set up the counter hook, put punches together with real quick speed. I don't know what you're going to get with Garcia. That's the question. That's the question, but I don't know any other way to go with analyzing this fight than that. At the end of the day, I'll guess that Garcia will be together.
Despite these challenges, Teddy Atlas reveals his final pick, leaning toward Ryan Garcia, with his primary concern being Garcia's mental state in the ring. He points out that Barrios' last performance against an experienced opponent raised questions about his style and power. While Garcia has occasionally shown vulnerability, Atlas believes his youth, athleticism, and skill give him the advantage to potentially overcome Barrios and claim victory.
An inactivity of Manny Pacquiao, even though they forget about the legend, the great fighter, how this guy's a special guy. He's just not just another older guy. He's just not another older guy who hasn't been active. It's Manny Pacquiao. But still, people didn't expect it to be that close. It was. And they're going to take that, and maybe rightfully so, as Barrios starting to definitely get, you know, get a little long in the tooth, as they say. And a young Ryan Garcia could do something with that.
Carl Froch doesn't hold back, questioning if Ryan Garcia even deserves this fight, calling him completely wasted, and drops a prediction that has the boxing world talking.
He does hit hard. So it'll be, he could win by knockout, I think, before 5 rounds. After that, it could turn out to be all Barrios fight.
Carl Froch has sparked debate once more, suggesting that Ryan Garcia may be in over his head ahead of his world title clash with Mario Barrios. Froch criticizes Garcia's current training approach as unstructured and unconventional, warning that it could leave him vulnerable and potentially dominated by Barrios in the ring.
He's kind of unpredictable. You don't know where you stand with Ryan Garcia, and you feel like he's had a great career, but what's he actually achieved? He's been in some big fights, but what's he done? What's his legacy? And he's a social media star. He's obviously a top fighter, a long amateur career, achieved loads, but as a professional, I feel like he's still got it all to do, and you don't know where he is with his head. I mean, when he was on his
all over the place, hasn't he?
He's been all over the place. He was on social media, going out there on a limb and talking about Bohemian Grove. I mean, we won't get into that, but it was very sort of controversial. So, where is it? We're not going to know until fight week. We're going to see it fight week, and you said there about fight week, you want to see him at the press conference, you want to see him at the weigh-in, listen to what he has to say, maybe see some more training clips, get some gym news from the sparring, and then fight night will be, we're going to have to wait and see, have a look. It's exciting because you don't know what Ryan Garcia is going to turn up.
Froch also pointed out the impact of Joe Goossen in Mario Barrios' corner. While Goossen was never a professional boxer, his decades of experience and work with top fighters give him valuable insight. Froch believes his presence could get inside Ryan Garcia's head, providing Barrios with small tactical edges that might decide a close contest.
I think it's a bit of an advantage, yeah. Joe Goossen knows his stuff, he knows the game. He may have never boxed, but he's been in there with top fighters. And I think, yeah, because he knows the other fighter, that will be a little bit in his head. Because he'll be giving him little tips and tactics, and that'll be niggling away at him inside his head, thinking, oh, he's told him this, he's told him that. So any tiny little edge in the fight that's pretty close, and this one could be close.
Despite raising concerns about Ryan Garcia's unconventional coaching, Carl Froch still backs him to succeed in the ring. Froch highlights Garcia's speed, power, and hand accuracy as giving him the edge over Mario Barrios. He predicts that Garcia's natural style and athleticism will let him control the fight without chasing his opponent, and sees a knockout as the likely outcome, with his stylistic advantages playing a decisive role.
I wouldn't be surprised if Barrios goes in there and systematically backs up Ryan Garcia, breaks him down and gets to him, and either stops him or wins on points. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, but if I've got to guess right, because I'm being pushed off a cliff, I'm going to say I'm picking Garcia. So I don't want to get pushed off the cliff, and I think the smart one is on Garcia because of the power, stylistically, and that speed, the hand speed with the power against somebody who's quite ordinary. We're calling him a good all-rounder. He's a great fighter, Barrios.
Garcia, again, isn't the best of boxers either.
He's not, no.
He's not the best of boxers either.
But he catches them off guard, and he catches them with them shots.
He's only got that left hook and that speed. Once you get used to that speed.
While Carl Froch has raised doubts about Ryan Garcia's unconventional training approach, suggesting it could result in another underwhelming performance, promoter Eddie Hearn has come to his defense. Hearn voiced strong confidence in Garcia's preparation and readiness, dismissing Mario Barrios as a fighter who has never truly stood out. He predicts Garcia will secure the win, emphasizing that this time he's fully focused, determined, and unlikely to repeat the mistakes that plagued his fight against Rolly Romero.
It's been quite quiet, really, the fight. Like, you know, I think it's a very interesting matchup because Ryan is, you can't really make out in the build-up how focused he is or what performance you're going to get because, you know, in the past he's put on blistering performances and then in other fights he's put on lackluster performances. You know, he's talked about his problems in the Rolly Romero fight, but I think Ryan Garcia is very good for the sport. You know, I think the Barrios fight, I think Barrios has never really looked that impressive, but he's a good fighter, and I think he's capable of putting a good performance in if you're not on your game. So I actually think it's a really good matchup. I think Ryan Garcia wins, but we'll be tuned in for sure live on DAZN straight after our show in Nottingham.
Ryan Garcia has labeled his upcoming fight a do or die moment, highlighting the intense pressure on his shoulders. He insists that at his peak, very few opponents can truly challenge him. Yet the real uncertainty lies in which version of King Ryan will appear in the ring, considering the highs and lows of his career so far. This unpredictability keeps fans, analysts, and rivals on edge, fueling both the suspense and excitement surrounding what promises to be a highly anticipated showdown.
I don't think so. I think what this comes down to is what it always comes down now with Ryan Garcia. psychologically, where is he? Mentally, where is he? You know, which Ryan Garcia is going to show up? Does he even know? You know, I think that's what it comes down to. I always say, I've said it for years, 75% of this business is mental. With Ryan Garcia, it might be 95%. I mean, he's not used up physically. He's still young. He's fine physically. He's got the speed advantage. He's got the power advantage. He's more quick twitch. He's more explosive. He's the more explosive.
Despite a turbulent past, Ryan Garcia has shown resilience and confidence in his abilities. He has bounced back from setbacks before and aims to do so once more, drawing on lessons learned from previous trainers. Reuniting with his father as head coach is a calculated step designed to stabilize his training, refine his strengths, and reduce the risk of repeating the mistakes that have hindered him in earlier fights.
So nobody knows. That's the thing that nobody knows. He's training with his dad. He doesn't have a big name trainer that sometimes makes a big difference. So we don't know. My personal opinion, and nothing against Barrios or nothing against Ryan either. I think that if Ryan wins, it'll be by knockout before the 4th, 5th round, because he's got that speed and he's got power, insane power. You know, I'm getting calls from his manager, his attorney. Robert, you got anybody that could help us out? Because we lost all of sparring partners because Ryan's that strong. He hits hard. I've experienced with my own fighters, you know.
Adding fuel to the debate, Tim Bradley delivered a sobering reality check for Ryan Garcia, cautioning that his clash with Mario Barrios won't be an easy fight. Pointing to Garcia's shaky showing against Rolly Romero, Bradley warns that those mistakes could reappear. With Barrios' experience and skill set on full display, he questions whether Garcia truly has what it takes to overcome a seasoned, relentless opponent like Mario Barrios and claim victory.
You got a guy like Garcia, you know, his last performance wasn't that great. I expect him to have a better performance this time around. You know, he gonna need to have a better performance, because if he brings that type of performance into the ring with Barrios is gonna eat him up. It's gonna be easy work. He gonna eat him up, man. But see, this is the thing, man. I noticed one thing about Garcia. Garcia don't like power. Now, does Barrios have enough pop on his shots to keep Garcia honest? That's what I worry about, right? And if Garcia land that left hook, can Barrios take it? You know, because that seemed to be an issue for Barrios. You know, upstairs and downstairs, the left hook. So, you know, interesting fight. It ain't no foregone conclusion, like I said, that Garcia just gonna walk through a guy like Barrios.
Although Mario Barrios' draw left some doubting his abilities, Tim Bradley argues that going up against Manny Pacquiao has made him a far more confident and battle-tested fighter than Ryan Garcia. Bradley believes Garcia may fall short in precision and ring IQ when facing Barrios, a well-rounded opponent with solid fundamentals. He predicts that Garcia could be overwhelmed in the ring, and the fight's outcome may shock fans and critics alike, defying expectations.
Barrios got a lot of experience. He wants to hold on to that strap, you know. He got a lot of confidence in the ability coming off that draw with Manny Pacquiao. He's felt that type of pressure from a legend. So look, I think, hey, look, right now, I favor Barrios in this fight right now. I favor Barrios. I know a lot of people favoring Garcia, but shoot, I favor Barrios. He got a good jab, good fundamentals, you know what I'm saying? He got a good boxing IQ, you know, and I think he's the more complete fighter.
Top trainer Robert Garcia shares similar concerns. While he acknowledges that this fight is designed for Ryan Garcia to secure a win and move closer to early championship glory, he hints at behind-the-scenes plans involving bigger matchups with Devin Haney and other top fighters. Despite Ryan's undeniable talent, Garcia highlights key challenges, especially his split from previous trainers, that could affect his performance as he prepares to face a focused and dangerous opponent like Mario Barrios.
I think Ryan has the skills, the power, the speed to actually go and become champion, but there's a few things that I see that might not be in his favor. And look, Barrios is dedicated. I know him. He's actually a good friend, a good person. And they chose him because they think Ryan has everything it takes to become champion, to become the welterweight champion, because they're already planning on huge fights with Devin Haney and whatever out there for Ryan. But the fact that Ryan, you know, has gone through 3 top trainers that would have done a great job, Eddie Reynoso, Joe Goosen, and Derrick James.
Correct.
And he's not training with neither of them. He's training with his dad.
There you have it. Experts, trainers, and even Ryan himself are all raising questions about this fight, making it one of the most unpredictable matchups of the year. Will Ryan Garcia rise to the occasion, or will Mario Barrios prove too much for King Ryan? Drop your predictions in the comments, smash that like button if you're hyped, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest fight breakdowns and insider analysis.